Welcome to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson. It's June, and it's Black Music Month. And this month, we're talking about Black music and everyone behind it, all of those that movers and shakers that make it happen. Today, we're also talking about Kendrick Lamar's Juneteenth performance. Has radio lost its relevance? 5 ways to get uninvited from the cookout. And we got Johnny Walker in the building, Big Sue in the building. We'll be right back. You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. Welcome back to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson. You are watching the fastest growing visual podcast in the Memphis market. And we are on fire here. Give it up for my wonderful co-host, Angelica Jelly Woods in the building.
A little too kind, but I'm excited for Big Sue, okay? Because she's a whole vibe. I'm excited for this interview.
DJ Kojak in the building. Scratch it up on 4 times. Kojak.
Bam, bam, bam. And one for Big Sue.
Bam.
Okay.
Hey, Big Sue, did you hear that?
I heard it. That was behind the back. That was a juggle. I heard all of that. Yes.
Style, right? Give it up to Big Sue in the building. We yeah, we're excited to have you. You know, you are an absolute talent for the city of Memphis. You know, and you're a transplant, right?
I am.
Where you from?
Born in Chicago, but raised in Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha.
Okay, Big Sue, see, that's how I gotta say this.
Yes, ma'am.
I vibe. I'm from the Midwest too. See, I just picked it up.
That's what it is.
You pick up like that's what it is. I'm from Iowa, so that's why. Fort Dodge.
Okay, all right. But not too far across the border.
Yeah, I went to the University of Iowa. There you go. That's everybody. Connect.
She's from the bottom.
Let me tell you what's funny though. Omaha and Iowa are a lot like Memphis, West Memphis, like in that tri-state area. So we used to go to Council Bluffs because the liquor stores were open an hour later. So
that is hilarious. Also, we cannot leave out the fact that Omaha is the home of Big Head Rico. Come on now, Belly, baby. Come on now.
I don't like that.
That was the #1 hater scene ever shot.
Yeah.
That shit right there.
I thought you were going to say home of Gabrielle Union. I about to say that.
Well, yes, the home of Gabrielle.
She's from Omaha.
Hey, when we bring Johnny Walker up, Johnny Walker is partially responsible
Nebraska,
for me fumbling the ball with Gabrielle.
We're not bringing that story up no more.
I'll explain that later.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that.
For 2 times, it's no more. You get no more.
Yeah, Johnny Walker had me in Palm Springs, and you know, she was they were doing their pool party. But we'll talk about that.
No, we're not.
Right, let me look at her.
No, we're not.
Look at her, yeah.
Story a lot too.
Right, man. Yeah, I fumbled the ball. I fumbled bad too. It was ugly.
Okay.
It was ugly. Yeah. So Big Sue, you are, queen of the radio waves, right? And you senior vice president of programming at iHeartMedia.
Yeah.
I want to walk us through. Radio is a mother.
Yes,
right?
it is.
Walk us through from the beginnings to where you are now.
The beginning. The beginning.
Right, because 20 years, right?
It's way over 20.
How many years?
Good God, it's over 25.
That,
my very first gig was 1996 in Omaha, Nebraska, the first black-owned radio station there.
I didn't know there was a black person in Omaha.
Exactly. Me and Gabrielle Union's family all got together and made a radio station. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
But that was back in the day where you had like the color wheel, and so black people are not a monolith. So you had to play R&B from this quarter hour. You could play 2 rap records an hour.
Right.
Then you had to play something gospel. Then you had to play something.
Oh, that sounds like Wichita, Kansas radio.
Yeah, trying to please the entire black community in 1 hour is a struggle. Okay?
They still doing that.
Wichita,
They
Kansas.
still doing that in Iowa.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was the first gig in 96, and then I did a stint at U92 when I was at the University of Memphis. Didn't know anything about jazz, but praise God to the pilot Malvin Massey, who recently passed away, who taught me everything I needed to know.
Too, and I didn't know nothing about jazz, but
right,
same station.
They had CDs with the color coded stickers. He was like,
it was still the same.
Still color wheel. This time to this time, play the red stickers.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
I'm gonna date y'all. So I worked at a radio station in Jacksonville, Texas. My job was to cart the oldies, soft rock, music off the vinyl so they can play the carts. Now they take you back.
Oh
It's
my
carts.
goodness. Yes, that's
right.
It's an 8-track.
That's right.
But in radio, they call them carts.
Right. Okay. That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
So then fast forward, you guys know my stint, KXHT at Hot 107 from 2000 to about 2005, right after Katrina. Then I did a year in Louisiana. I was on air. That was my first time. I was in multiple markets, Lafayette, Louisiana, and Baton Rouge,
Okay, you got some
Louisiana.
good boudin then.
Yeah.
Oh, I got boudin, gumbo.
Right.
That's why I learned how to cook etouffee. That's why I sharpened my skills in the
All right,
kitchen.
so hold on. Let's pause you right there. And we'll come back because now, why did you leave Hot and go to another market for a year?
So it was waiting out a thing called a non-compete.
Okay.
At the time, I could talk about it now because it really doesn't matter. Non-compete is basically you can't work for a competing station for a set amount of time. Mine was 6 months.
Okay.
So I moved to Louisiana. D-Rock was the PD that I had worked with before. Right.
Yeah.
She was like, "You ready to go?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's try something different."
D-Rock.
Yeah. So she put me on in 2 different stations, and it was time for me to come back. However, I was not in the life group of that radio. So 1035
Right, okay,
was the company. It was
Oh,
Citadel
Cumulus?
at the time.
Citadel,
Right,
right,
and
okay.
now Cumulus,
Right,
right? So there was no place for me. And I had, asked to renegotiate the contract and everything. And then things kind of go how radio goes and openings happened. And then the opening with Mike Evans and Prescott on the morning show, K97 came open. And that's how I ended up joining 17 years ago on the 18th.
Wow.
So I just celebrated my 17th anniversary
And
with
that was
iHeartMedia.
a great morning show.
It was a
Man,
fantastic
really was.
morning show.
Now,
Thank
here's
you.
what I don't understand is when you had those formulas, why do they break those formulas up? Because there was a lot of great chemistry on that show.
There was a lot of great chemistry, but you also have to be really in tune with what's going on in the market and also where you are in your life. And of course, the Breakfast Club had already launched, and we are very fortunate with our cluster that we are able to graduate our talent. You know what I mean? So typically in radio, they wipe everybody out and just put a new show there and they don't say anything about it.
Right.
And we were actually given the opportunity. Envy and Charlemagne called in that morning and we all got a chance to have a conversation and they gave Mike his flowers and Mike got a chance to pass the baton to Envy and Charlemagne. And it was a beautiful thing. And so then we graduated Mike to V101, knowing that eventually Tom Joyner would retire and then we could super serve the city by putting another local morning show on air. And so that's how Mike got to mornings with now Ina Esco.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
And I appreciate that, and I do understand the passing of the baton. However, we do also know that that's part of the marketing strategy for, getting everybody to buy into it, right? And correct or incorrect?
Memphis is different.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody
It is.
says my city is different. No, Memphis is different.
Memphis is unique.
Memphis
Yes, indeed.
is very unique, and Memphis talent, veteran talent, are superstars when they hit the street and they get a lot of love. So we respect the audience greatly, and it's not just a necessarily buying into, but it's like, yo, we got to make these changes. If you love us, continue to roll with us. Thank you.
Big Sue, can I say something? He wanted to go back to Hot 97.
Hot 97. It's that.
Shut up. No, it's not. Don't do that blooper. That ain't gonna, what's so sad? They're going to beat the mess out.
No, it's all good. I want you to be able to get to the question because I know we're on the clock.
They don't pay attention to that clock, please.
Okay.
He gonna be happy to clip me because I made that mistake. But no, 1996 is when you first did your show Omaha, right?
Yes.
But before then, how did you get radio? Because you give me these vibes, you came out the womb talking like this. It's just weird. How it's really weird. It's you just natural.
Thank you.
How did you choose it? Because you don't even give me Midwest. You give me more East Coast vibes.
Oh, wow.
But I just want to know, how did you decide radio? I know, did you go to school for journalism? But
so you know what? When I started at Creighton University in Omaha, did a semester there, and then transferred to University of Memphis. I wanted to be the female Spike Lee. I wanted to make movies. Yeah, it's very weird. But I'm a very type A scientist, but I have this
So
weird
you're a straight up
creative.
nerd. You honestly a nerd.
Super nerd.
Man, look.
Super
ain't
nerd.
nothing wrong.
I love data and I love abstract art.
Do you tell people that? Because most people would not know that about you.
See, you discovered that on the
for
show.
all of us, for those of us that are sapiosexual,
Yes.
I'm seeing you differently now.
Well, all right.
With the little glasses on.
They like stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
But to your question is, I'm pretty hard headed and I don't take no for an answer. So when I kind of lock onto something, and if I get told no, like it took me 3 tries to get on it hot. You know what I mean? Like I didn't get on as soon as I went to the jazz lover. I'm like, okay, well, if I can't do it this way, maybe I'll go around this way, or maybe I'll try something else, or I'll look for a different approach. So I guess that's in me.
Okay,
That's incredible.
It's like, yeah.
And that was a great question.
Thank you.
Okay,
She
even
does
through it
do
all.
that.
Through it all. But look,
You know
that's a
what?
great
She's gonna
question.
forever remember me because of that question. So I'll take that L. Thank you.
Hey, it's all good. So, but let me ask you this. You know, in the time that we're in now, you know, radio has a lot of competition.
Ooh, very,
Yeah,
very,
and so
very competitive.
how do you feel? Has radio lost its appeal at all when it, or is it just finding a new way?
So I hear this question a lot. The thing is, radio isn't the sexy new toy. It is the first form of media. It predates TV. But if you look at it, radio has laid the foundation for all of our media today,
That's true.
including social media. When you see influencers on social media, you see on TV all of the tactics that are. I mean, the game is ancient. It's about harnessing an entire audience and keeping them for as long as you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in that aspect, no, it hasn't lost its luster whatsoever. And even when it comes to artists and airplay, like radio may not be breaking that new music first because we have the science. We know how much and how often we have to expose an audience to break a record.
How many times?
Yeah, that's good.
Child, don't even get me into the numbers right now. But I mean, it's about repetition.
Yep.
But where was I going with this? Radio makes the star,
Right?
Because you're not 98% of the country is exposed to radio, whether you're listening actively or not. You're being exposed to it. So if you've got an artist who is constantly, getting that repetition, then that's going to blow you up. Versus, okay, you trending for a day.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a perfect segue, right?
Yep.
So if an artist wanted to get played, now you're programming. What are you programming? All the stations? I know you're doing regional.
I have a regional role where I get the chance to approach to coach content and coach talent and coach programmers, but I do still have my hands on KJMS and WHRK.
Okay. So
on a day-to-day.
So for those artists, the R&B artists for those stations, they want to get on the radio. What do they have to do? Oh yeah,
boy, you better do that street work. You gotta do that leg work.
They don't want to hear that.
It ain't changed.
They don't want to hear that.
Game ain't changed.
They don't hear that.
Seriously, like get hot get hot on the street, get hot in your community, get hot in your city, and we will find you.
Yeah,
because that's what we're doing.
And I'm sure it hadn't changed. Back in the day, you had to get hot, and you had to make your people needed to be calling radio. So you say, "Hey, how come y'all ain't playing?"
Yeah.
So it's still the same thing, still the same formula.
Still, yeah.
How much does research play into programming now?
Oh,
yeah,
everything.
Yeah,
everything. Research is everything. But I mean, we have so many different metrics and things that we're able to measure that it really does kind of come down to a science, and that's why I love it so much.
So I have a question for you too. When you're looking, do you go like, for example, just to break it down, would you go on social media, right?
Absolutely.
On your free time. Is there a certain hashtag you follow and look for?
No, the hashtags are actually just for my personal enjoyment.
Okay.
Something, you know what I mean?
Certain ones that people do, like choose 901 or something like that. They look to see what kind of events, or like Memphis events.
I do follow Memphis hashtag, like all things Memphis. I use that hashtag.
I'm trying to get somebody some cheap points, but go ahead. I don't know who it is. It might go over their head, but it went over their head. But go ahead.
But yeah, I use Memphis, Black travel, like that's my jam, like food and wine, like those.
They still gonna miss it, but you get where I'm going. Okay, there you go.
Okay. Because we did have a comment. Somebody said, "Are you single?"
No.
Oh, she got a beautiful ring.
Absolutely not. I'm engaged, honey.
Somebody got to her.
Yeah, real quick. Smart man.
Yes, actually, an old sweetheart.
Okay.
We went out on one date back in the day.
Okay, hold on, but where Michelle at? Okay, no subject this time, but okay.
Okay.
We went out on one date, and we just, life just kind of carried us in different ways. And next thing you know, years later, we back together, and it was like, let's go and do the damn
But
thing.
She spent the block. She spent the block. Thank you. I said, I love you, Big Stu.
topic.
guess what? I said we should talk about spin the block, and here
Right.
you come
Coming
in,
back-
spin the
coming back
block.
full circle.
And you got a full love
I
story.
did,
They gonna
but-
listen to me one day.
But this was a big block. This is a 20-year block. So.
Look at Shanti Nelly, a whole relationship, baby,
Right.
married, and look at the age and everything. Kid, thank
Exactly.
you.
All right.
Ooh, he ain't
Okay.
gonna one.
Age gives you perspective,
No,
though, and it also gives you time to grow and change.
I
and-
just
Yeah.
told the intern that
Yeah.
21, don't get married.
So
Oh, God, no. Please
no.
I'm sorry. I hate to break it to anybody.
Right.
20?
Yeah, 22 young.
You're gonna be somebody different in 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So look, first of all, is it invite them to the barbecue or invite them to the cookout?
Oh,
I'm from the
do you
Midwest
say?
and the South. It's the barbecue. It's never been a cookout for me.
Thank you. We've been saying.
I'm sorry.
what's a cookout mean? No, I said the same thing. A cookout mean, I think it's like a competition.
So-
that's me.
So
A cookout is like, it's a barbecue, but you just from somewhere else.
yeah.
Yeah.
So look, 5. Give me one thing that'll get you uninvited to the barbecue.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
5. Give me one thing that'll get you uninvited to the barbecue.
Raisins in the potato salad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, they argue. Somebody might argue with you with that.
Raisins
Argue
and
with your
potato
mammy.
salad. Yeah, argue with
Argue with your mammy. If you can't cook it, you better store brought it.
Yeah.
We not, yeah.
Store-bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody told me that word. I had brought a cake from Kroger one time, and they was in there hollering, "Who bought the store-bought cake?"
Store-bought
and I
cake.
said,
Store-bought.
and then they called me in the kitchen. I said, they said, "Who bought the store-bought cake?" I said, "Wait a minute, hold on. That's it's a Betty Crocker, right?" They said, "No, the store-bought cake." I said, "It says Betty Crocker." No, the cake from the store.
Store.
I was like, "Oh, okay." Memphis lingo.
Extra country.
Memphis
No, that's
lingo.
extra
Memphis lingo.
country.
Yeah, Angelica. Give me one reason one thing that'll get you uninvited to the
You're
barbecue.
supposed to bring a certain thing, so it can be pops, or you bringing the
I
ground
love that
beef.
you said pops.
Thing. Okay, yes, if it's generic, or I know some people get mad about that, or you just bring just not enough. It's just like one case of pop, and you got 45 people at the barbecue.
I mean, I meant for Big K.
I'm saying, okay, quantity. We're gonna go with quantity.
okay.
You ask for a certain amount. It's 50 people, and you bring one case of drink
Okay,
or whatever.
all right.
Who gonna drink all that? Just to say you brought it.
I got you. Okay, Coach,
Oh,
go ahead.
I've known somebody who's walked into the joint with a half drunk fifth of Jack.
See,
Like,
exactly.
Oh, that's the
or
whole
you,
welcome with
or
it.
you
Right.
take,
Oh, yeah,
take your
yeah.
bottle back because nobody didn't drink it. Now they done host this whole event.
Oh yeah.
Just
Kojak
be
has
there.
been uninvited to the barbecue many times. So, what's the reasons you've been uninvited?
Yeah, what did you do?
Bringing my badass kids.
Damn.
And not watching. If you can bring them not
Don't
watching.
you have a million kids?
Hey. And I got 2 million now.
No, it's when you don't watch your bad kids. That's be the, you want everybody else to watch them. No, watch your kids.
Yeah, the barbecue. You ain't watching your kid.
So late, because them kids supposed to be playing with some other kids.
Here's another one. You don't bring anything, but you pack up 5 to go.
Oh, yeah.
That'll get you uninvited.
You're invited to the barbecue.
Angelica,
Yeah.
Angelica, what?
Y'all too funny.
how many sandwiches she got today?
Right.
I ain't gonna tell you.
Well, she was hungry today.
Okay.
She had the munchies today.
You can have
Look,
Right,
back in the day, this is not me. Back in the days, my ex at the point, if you had somebody, the beautiful people making the plates by the stove, they used to get in trouble. The aunt used to like hunt them down. Did y'all get where I'm going?
Yeah. She ain't got flabby arms. Don't need to be around the stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying they wouldn't even let the hair. They were scared to let the hair get. They would make them go inside and make their girlfriends' plates if they was, the beautiful people.
Oh, that's different.
I know. I said y'all.
Kojak.
No. Shut up. They did
You
all the
getting the
time.
crickets on that one because Big Sue.
Huh?
Y'all know.
Yeah.
I don't want to use the word because he'll clip me as a racist.
It's an Iowa thing.
A white girl. They never let the white girl go make the plates. They always say hair will get in the. I'm trying to say that because y'all will clip. No, Parker. I know Parker. Because Parker's gonna clip me. She a racist. The white people can't make plates in the barbecue.
You
Like,
know what? I
They
mean,
would make
a
that-
cheap lace front will do the same
Thank
thing.
you.
So,
It will. But no, it used to be a thing at the barbecue. You could not. Everybody understood. They would have to go in there and make the plate. I used to make the plates for them all the time. I'm so serious. It's not me.
Wow.
I'm done, Parkinson.
Okay, well,
I'm done.
I ain't had a whole lot of,
I know. I'm from Iowa. Yeah, I'm sorry.
for whatever reason, not because, but I better leave that alone.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Big Sue, how can they get in touch with you?
Big Sue's house on the gram at BIGS house.
Do you check your inboxes?
I do. The DM's open.
So is that ring gonna keep them from jumping in your
Oh,
DM now?
Lord.
They still jumping in?
You can jump. Where you gonna
Y'all give it up for Big Sue in the building.
Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you for
I had
being
it
here.
all.
We truly appreciate you, man. And we're proud of you.
Thank you so
to
much.
know
I
that.
appreciate you.
Yeah. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We got the legend in the building. Her name is Johnny Walker. Don't go anywhere. Hit that subscribe button. You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Guessing to find you. I always in the mood. I told you, you always wanted something like this. Hold on to
Hey guys, what's up? It's Elise Neal. You are watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. Stay tuned.
You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project.
Powered by Black Market Strategies.